Hey everybody, I'm super excited to be sharing with you that I will be starting a new yoga platform mid-October. So stay updated on the launch of that new platform by following my Instagram, Facebook, or maybe even subscribing to my Yoga with Carter newsletter. Enjoy your practice. Peace. Namaste yogis. Welcome to your practice. I'm Carter, and today we're going to do a 20-minute practice on equanimity. Let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's start in child's pose. Big toes come together, knees fan out nice and wide. Extend your arms out in front of you. A moment to check in here. Feel the body, feel the breath, feel the moment. This practice is a practice of equanimity, meaning that nothing sticks. Sensation rises and falls. The ebb and flow of the breath, the rise and the fall of the sun, moment to moment. There's fluctuations that rises and falls, and we're going to ride the wave. So don't get too tied up with the sensations, because our wisdom lets us know that nothing is permanent. Inhale, bring yourself up into table. Hands come under shoulders, knees under hips. Bring the knees a little closer together. Straighten that right leg and flex the right foot. Roll the right ankle. And then extend your left arm out in front of you. Spinal balance. So the practice of equanimity in our yoga practice is we stay in the pose just a little bit longer than we would like. And then when we come out of the pose, there is the visceral understanding that that sensation doesn't last forever. And visceral teachings is much better than the head, or like the thought process, right? So it's like the difference between reading about swimming and swimming, two different things. All right, keep pressing down through the right hand. Lift your right leg and your left arm just a little bit more. Sweep the left arm back. Bend your right knee so you can grab that foot, ankle, or shin. And press. Lift the thigh, lift the chin, lift the chest. Big inhale, slow exhale. And then exhale, let it go. Left hand down, right knee towards right arm. May touch, may not. Stay there for a moment. You can even round a little bit like cat pose. Inhale, extend that right leg, lift the heart, chin and chest, lift the leg. Right knee underneath the body towards the left arm. Keep holding. Inhale, send that leg all the way back up, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Right knee towards belly, chest. Roll over your left toes, lift your left knee, keep that thigh towards the belly. So you're in three-legged dog with that knee towards the belly. Right heel towards the ceiling. Right foot steps forward. Swivel the back foot, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Find your stability, your strength, and your power in this pose. So tuck the tailbone, draw that left hip forward, draw the shoulders down and away from the ears, lift the gaze. So the arms are awake, but they're not rigid. The toes are soft, the legs are working, and we're finding that breath pattern. There's a subtle lift of the chin and the heart.
Feel it all. What's working? What's starting to create some heat? Where in the body are you starting to bring your attention to? Twist to the left, open up your arms, warrior two. Widen the stance just a bit. And soften the shoulders down and away from the ears, and I like to bend the elbows just a smidge. There is a subtle relaxation in the jaw and the face. And that right knee is bent, pressing out a little bit towards right pinky toe. And you can even squeeze the heels towards one another. Inhale, straighten your right knee and extend the right fingers forward. Drop the right arm down, stack the shoulders, triangle pose. See if you can engage this right leg, and if you can't, micro bend the right knee. And breathe here. Equanimity is everything. That means that we don't get too overwhelmed by the moment because we know it's going to run its course. Inhale, lift your torso on up. Swivel your right toes so the outsides of the feet are parallel to the short ends of the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Should feel pretty good on the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades, straighten the elbows, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Very subtle back bend. Arms could slide off the lower back if that feels all right. And then draw the chin towards the chest, hinge forward. Arms can come off the lower back until you feel like it's enough. Release the hands. Take your hands to the opposite elbow. So it's the forearms that are dangling. The chin tucks. The arms are heavy. Unwind your arms, interlace your fingers around the back of your head, and draw your elbows towards one another. See if you can create some space between the shoulders and ears. In a moment. Release your hands down. Fingers rotate so they're facing between the legs. Walk your hands back. Tuck your chin. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift yourself up halfway. Flatten the back like a table. Hands to hips, stay here. Lift yourself on up. Swivel your left toes towards the front of the mat. Shorten your stance a little. Square your hips to the back of your mat. Bend the left knee, warrior one, other side. So adjust your stance. Tuck the tailbone. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lift the heart, chin, and chest. So we are finding an asana. We're dropping into our power, meaning that I don't need you to go super deep into the pose, especially we're here for some time. We're letting the sensations rise and fall. The heat in the body starts to get a little bit intense. The mind starts to run. We breathe. We get a sense of like, whoa, this is getting hard. And then I breathe more, and we're in it, right? There's some discomfort, and we are being okay with the idea that I'm a little uncomfortable, but I'm all right, right? The movement out of the pose reminds us, oh yeah, there's my equanimity. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm coming out of this pose in a moment. Twist to the right, open up your arms, widen your stance, warrior two. So left knee is bent, left toe straight ahead. Left knee is pressing a little out towards right, left pinky toe. You can swivel the palms up to make sure the shoulders stay malleable. Elbows are a little bent. The gaze is over that left middle finger. So find the strength and then drop in and find the ease, the softness. All right? This is the balance between pushing and coasting. And one of the things that our yoga practice supports us in is the idea that being human means we are going to be uncomfortable. And the practice is allowing the asana to get us uncomfortable, and then practicing management of that discomfort, right? And then the non-attachment that it's impermanent gives me freedom, liberation. All right, left knee straightens, left fingertips reach forward, drop that left arm and reach that right arm up. Triangle pose, other side. Shoulders stack. Right hip is drawn back, but it won't stack on the hip. Left leg is strong, maybe a little bend in the left knee to ignite the quadricep. Gaze is up towards the right thumb. Belly is up and in, long spine. Find the pose, right? So I think that I may say this a little too much in practice, but even in a vinyasa practice, we want to make sure that we understand where the body is before we drop into the pose, because maybe today I'm not feeling strong, or maybe my knee is injured, or my shoulder is a little funky. So we find the pose and then we get into it. Especially in this kind of a practice, it's like we have time to adjust. And yes, we are going to be uncomfortable because we are waking up the body in areas that we don't necessarily do well all day long. But again, we're practicing equanimity, so we're not attached to it. Inhale, come on up. Oh, hands to hips. Rotate the left toes outside of the feet, parallel shoulders to the mat. Let's open up the arms. Let's take our right arm, slide it underneath our left arm. And you can either grab the shoulders and triceps parallel to the earth. Shoulders are down, or you can bring the right hand to left wrist in the eagle arms. Same action, elbows are up, shoulders are down, but the other action is hands a little bit away from the face. So when we come forward, we're going to hinge at the waist and we're going to go forward before we go down. So elbows away from the chest. And then as we hinge at the waist, we slowly, with control, let it all go. Tuck the chin, and we're breathing space into the upper back, where we hold stress and tension. And wide leg forward fold, really nice for lengthening, extending through lower back, hamstrings, groins, outsides of the shins. It's a really nice therapeutic asana that takes care of a lot of stuff in the body, as well as an inversion. So the blood's getting to the brain. We're getting this nice fresh oxygen for creativity. All right, so engage your belly a little. Start to lift yourself on up. Keep your arms intertwined. It's a little bit of a challenge to come on up. Lift the elbows a little bit higher, subtle back bend. Keep drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears, and then unwind your arms. Oh yeah, shake it out. Let's take the hands to the ears and let's make some big circles with the elbows. We're going to go clockwise and counterclockwise. And then when you're ready, open up the arms. Take the left arm underneath the right arm. And you may have some different mobility on this side, so stack the elbows, or left hand grabs right wrist. Elbows are up, shoulders down. If you have the hands, they come away from the face. The elbows come forward, and then we slowly, with control, come forward and down. Tuck the chin. Breathe. Do you find that there's different sensation in this side? Legs are still working. Space between the shoulder blades. Letting everything be where it is. And it's the management of the sensation, being a little uncomfortable or maybe a little intense. If it is painful, well, then we adjust so there's no pain.
Almost there. Again, arms stay where they are. Come on up. Lift the heart, lift the elbows. Unwind, open them up nice and wide. Starfish pose. Hands come to heart center. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees. Let's come into goddess pose. So elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back. Soften the toes, weights in the heels. It should feel pretty good on the feet. Sink a little bit more in your chair. Draw your ribs and belly in, tuck the tailbone. Level 2, smile. Although I can't stand when teachers tell me to smile. I've been in class when teachers like super hard pose like we're in now. And they're like, curl the edges of your mouth up and smile. I'm like, how about no? That's my issue. How about no? How about you be quiet? Yeah, here we are. Present moment, equanimity, being okay with discomfort. I'm with you. I'm connected to you. We are one. All right. I want to come out now, but I'm going to give ourselves 2 more breaths. Actually, I want to come out a few moments ago. All right. Here we go. It's easier when the teacher's doing it with you because they're challenged as well. Hands to heart center. Oof. Knees straighten. Rotate all 10 toes towards the front of your mat and gracefully step forward. Oh, shake it all out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands, left foot steps back. Half pigeon, right side. So right shin lays down. Point the toes and lower the elbows down. Soften into it. So there's a process of equanimity that we practice, and that is continually reflecting on the moment when we come out of the sensation that's uncomfortable. This is in practice and it's in your life as well. So there is going to be a moment where you're uncomfortable, and it always lasts longer than we want it to because it's uncomfortable. We're human. The realization is when it's over, then there's the reflection like, oh, okay, that lasted longer than I like. What did I learn? I'm okay. Got it. So the next time I'm uncomfortable, I know that it will be over at some time, never quick enough. But I know that I'm going to be okay at the end of it. That's the practice. This is what asana is for too, right? We hold asana in this pose. The right hip is on fire. And I know in another moment or two I'll be out and that hip will be fine. In fact, it'll be better than fine. Right? It'll be healed. It'll be expanded. It'll be all these things. There will be wisdom at the end of it. Hands under shoulders, lift your torso on up, roll over the left toes, send your right leg back for down dog. Pedal feet and knees, wag your tail. Take your time, and we're just going to come into the other side when you're ready. So you're going to lift your left heel to the ceiling, and you're going to bring your left shin forward. Drop your right knee, and then soften into this pose. And all this practice, this is the nice thing about our yoga practice. It's all self-regulation, self-regulated. So we can push and coast towards the sensation. It is practice. We are developing tools that when we're in the external world, we may not be able to do less with the sensation. It may come from out of left field and hit us very powerfully, and we're stuck with it.
then we open up the toolbox, we pull out the tools we've been working on, and we soften, breathe, and practice. Doesn't mean that the sensations, during the sensations, is any less. It's like it's intense. But knowing that there is an end to it allows me to soften into it. It's a very deep level practice, equanimity. Non-attachment. Knowing that the sensations rise and fall. Very powerful. It's a life practice is what it is. And I'm putting it all in 20 minutes. All right, you got 2 more breaths here. It's a little microcosm. It's just to give us a little flavor. All right, hands under shoulders. Nice work. Lift your torso on up. Sweep your right leg around. Oh, extend both legs out in front of you. Shake them out. Take your hands into fists to the lower back. And a little tap. And then now's our time for reflection. Like, got it. Now my hips feel pretty good now. So even later today, they'll feel even better. So that sensation's gone. I'm okay. Sit comfortably. Hands to heart center. Thank goodness for our wisdom, our intellect, and these bodies. Thank you so much for sharing your practice, and namaste. Awesome work, yogis. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. And please subscribe to my channel so you can keep updated on all the latest practices. You guys take care of yourself. Stay equanimous. Peace.